Hey guys, Jenny here. Today we're gonna make this little diorama in a frame, and I'm gonna show you how to do it with some paper, the frame, and some clay and some glue. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Here we have our frame. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. Be very careful. It does have glass, so you just wanna be mindful if the glass is intact. We're actually not going to be using the glass today. The image and everything will be on the outside of the glass. But for now, we can take just this easel back, and we're going to measure it and go ahead and trace it on the background that you have, or if you have another background that you want to use. And then we'll cut that out, okay? All right, so this is just a nice blue background that I've got here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to gently lift this paper out and be very careful. You might wanna ask a parent to help you with this, to help you remove the glass. Because these are very, very sharp edges, so we just wanna get rid of that glass. Put it on the side. Next, I'm gonna take my piece of paper. I'm actually gonna apply double-sided tape, or you could use glue to adhere that to this back side. So I'm just taking my double-sided tape. Again, you could take double-sided tape or glue. And expose the tape. Need to make sure I press down so the tape sticks to that back. And I just put 3 strips of double-sided tape. It's fine. It's gonna hold it just enough, and then center it. Okay. Now we can place it back in the frame. And sometimes there's a right way and sometimes there's a wrong way. I think mine went ahead and fit just fine. Okay, there you have it. All right, the next thing we wanna do is paint this outside. Now, if you wanna paint the inside of it too, you'll need to take this out. So we can back up and we can just take all of that out. Take that out, set it aside. So let's go ahead and paint around our frame. And I've got, you've got the colors there in your kit. I'm using a dark color. I'm going to just paint all around. You might have a black or a purple. Mine is kind of a blue color. Okay, so I'm gonna set this on the side to dry, okay? Then I'm going to, okay, that looks great. Now I'm gonna take my paper and I am going to measure another piece. Use my pencil, trace it. Grab my scissors. Cut. Okay, so as you guys can see in here, this is actually torn magazine paper. And I really like the magazine paper because when I tore it, it left that white edge. If we take this paper that we have and we just cut the new shape, it needs to fit right inside of that frame. So I'm just gonna cut it a little bit shorter because it actually has to fit inside here. Yep, there it goes. And now we can tear. So I'm going to just tear. I have a great torn piece, okay? And we can even use this one as another torn piece. Oh, I kind of like that. I'm gonna go ahead and tear. So what we'll do from here, and if you like these torn pieces, great. Let's just look at a magazine, what that would look like too. So I just happened to have this magazine and it had like some solar kind of stuff on it. I'm gonna take the cover. I'm gonna cut out, let's just see what else, because I'm sure you guys don't have that exact magazine that I have. But we'll see if there's other fun pages to use. I like something with a lot of dark background. I don't see it in this magazine. Maybe I'll find it in another one, or you could find it in other paper too. This kind of has some neat purples in it. That might be nice. If it has wording on it, I think that would be fine as well. And we don't need a lot. Hey, this is an interesting something. I'm liking the blue colors. And I'm just going to lay this on here because I know that's the width that I need. This already had a straight edge. So I'm just gonna go in it like that. I know you're probably questioning, okay, so I know that'll fit within that. Now let's tear. Kind of left a little bit of a white edge. I'm gonna tear another one. Oh, I just realized it's better to tear from behind. Oops, I don't quite have enough on that one. Anyway, I just gathered some pieces. We're gonna see how this is gonna look. I'm gonna take my double-sided tape. I'm gonna put it on the top side. My double-sided tape is super thin. I'm going to crease this over so it actually is standing up. Do you guys see that? Where the double-sided tape is, this will stand up. So I'm going to put this, is my frame dry yet? Kind of dry. I'm gonna put this one on the front section. Or do I want it in the middle? I don't know yet. I just put it right there. It's wonky, it's weird. Let's take one of these, which is a little taller than that one. Same thing. Let's take our double-sided tape. We're gonna put on this top side, right along the bottom edge. And then we'll fold it over. So it'll stand up. Can you guys see that? So the folded side is here. I had it like this, and I just folded it under. That way this can stand up. So I'm gonna put that piece behind to give it some depth. Peel it. And you could probably do up to 3 of these mountains in the back. I'm just gonna line it up. Just spatially gives it some depth. See that? See the depth in there? And I think I have enough room for one more. Where I'm gonna use this piece. I want a straight edge across. This one's gonna be wild. And this one's gonna be bigger. Have bigger mountains because it's towards the back. I think. And let me get all of this out of the way. Put our double-sided tape on the top side. Fold it back. Peel the tape off. And I'm gonna put it on the end, like just towards the back side here. Not very good at this. Showing you guys and doing it. It's a little tricky. So I probably should have made that mountain a little bit bigger in the back to give it a little more depth, but I think that's working, okay? Now, let's get all of this out of our way. We're going to put this down. Okay, and tuck these in. And then there, now you can see spatially how that looks. Cool, right? Now I'm going to take one of our clay planets that we learned how to make. And I'm gonna find one that looks really good inside there. Like size, oh, I kind of like the yellow in this. Let me see if I have another. The yellow or the orange. And these are dry. I made these the other day. And I'm gonna, that's the one I'm gonna use. He's cool. You know what? Let's make a Saturn ring too around this guy. Let's find another piece. I want something that's going to pop even more. You know what? This pink color might be a really good Saturn piece. So if I lay my ball on top of there and I just make like a rainbow around him, I know that that should be big enough to go around. Yep. So I'm just making a little rainbow. It's okay if there's words on there. see if it'll fit around them. Yep. I might need to make them a little bit thinner. I think it's gonna work. So I'll do a little hot glue. I'm loving that pink color. You guys see that? I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner. I'm just gonna come in and make it a skinnier rainbow. I guess you could have several rings around it. You could play around with that. There you go. The legs, I'm calling these legs, aren't quite touching the blue background, so I'm just gonna glue it to the top of my planet. A little bit of glue and then rest it. We'll wait a few minutes before we take a look at it. If you wanted to, you could use your white paint and do a little flicker in there, how we did on the other project, or you could leave it just like this. I actually think I'm gonna take the back of my paintbrush. Find my paintbrush. Or my eraser. Oh, here's my paintbrush. Back of my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna dip it in the white, and I'll just make a few stars. Some big, some little. And I'm just kind of spinning my paintbrush around to get some more of the paint off. There we go. You can see all the layers in there. We hope you guys enjoyed today's fun little diorama, and we can't wait to see what you guys make. Maybe you add an astronaut to this on the outside, or maybe you add a little spaceship. Would be cute too. But have fun and use your creativity and go wild. Bye. I like these.